Yo, what's good, bro?
What's up with it?
So now, people watching this interview that may not know who you are, who are you?
I go by the name of Walk Like Jordan, Mr. Walk Like Jordan. Definition MC, manager, Mr. Get It By All Means, talent, whatever you want to call me. Major promoter from the city of Fort Worth, Texas. I was able to branch off and become one of the biggest in Dallas-Fort Worth. It's pretty much who I am.
For sure. Now, how did you get the name Walk Like Jordan?
Man, I knew this is one of the first questions you were going to ask me. I used to manage two of my childhood brothers by the name of Cadillac and Beezy. We all from the same neighborhood, West Side, Fort Worth. Y'all know it as Como. Grew up together, went to school together. They're a few years older than me, but they made a song some years back called Walk Like Jordan. The song was created to imitate when Michael Jordan did when he hit that shot and turned around and did like this in the finals or whatever. And I created a dance to it. It was the time when Mr. Hit That Hole, Trilly and Prince Rick had took off. So it was a Dallas boogie movement going on. Everybody was jigging and shit. I created a little tight dance, so we rolled with it. I rolled with it.
That's lit. You got one of the hardest names around for real.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? With you being from Fort Worth, what was it like for you growing up out there?
You gotta be cut different. You gotta be cut different because I'm not just from Fort Worth. I'm from Como. I'm from the west side of Como. And if you know anything about Fort Worth, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 89. So we just witnessed all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Single household, it was just my mom. I met my daddy at 17 for the first time in my life, my biological father. Later on in my life, I ran into a lot of good men. Shout out to my goddaddy, Don Waters, you know, but it was some tough roads.
For sure.
Growing up in Fort Worth, you had to be cut different because you was either gonna sink, you know what I'm saying, or shit, you was gonna survive.
Right. For sure. Now shit, you know what I'm saying? I see you made it out, you know what I'm saying? You're doing good for yourself. Now, in high school, you played basketball, you know, and you actually had a professional career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What made that transition from sports or basketball to the music?
Cadillac people. That's really, it just made sense because we was from the same hood. Our mamas was friends. They wanted to do music. While I was in college, I would come back home on the weekends, come home during the holidays, shit like that. And we would go to the club deep. There's a lot of us from Como. And we just, you know, we grew up with that family, brothers. That's all we had with each other. So they was doing music. We was in the clubs, you know what I'm saying, and shit. They released Walk Like Jordan, and I had to get behind them full speed before I was even Walk Like Jordan.
Yeah.
So when they went to the club, shit, I was in the club with them. We showing up to that motherfucker 15, 16, 17 deep. Probably more than that at certain times, and then they was a part of 817. Shout out to 817 because that was the first entertainment group from my city I saw that inspired me to do what I was doing because I started out under them.
That's big. Damn, so, excuse me. So basically you was playing the manager role already before you was even a manager. Okay.
Right.
But what made them say, like, we're going to choose you to play this role for me?
My grind.
Okay.
I had them niggas everywhere. We was in every club. I was yelling at every DJ in their face. Play this shit. You know what I'm saying? And when we had to spend money, I was, you know what I'm saying, I was helping them out. So I had to start forcing the issue, like, if I'm going to do this, I got to become the manager. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they already had management in place, but I was going so hard, they kind of had to just let it be what it was going to end up being.
Right. For sure. Now, you know, you had a professional career in basketball. You played overseas. What was it like living in another country, coming from Fort Worth?
Man, I realized how fortunate I was. Right. My rookie season, I was in Guadalajara, Mexico. I had turned down Denmark. I had turned down Colombia. I had a few tryouts in different countries. And because of a lot of the shit that I saw was going on was the reason why I went to Mexico. And then when I got to Mexico, man, it was inspiring. Like, people wonder why Hispanics, and I love the Hispanic culture, they wonder why they come to America and they outwork us. That's their culture. If you go to Mexico, them kids 3-4 years, they 5 years. We got up every morning in Mexico. At 6 a.m., our team was running. They had us running to the facility where we trained at. But see, me being an American, I had to be escorted with security.
Oh, wow.
Because shit, they'll kidnap you over there.
Yeah.
If you venture off in the wrong places, and then it's always paparazzi you got to deal with. Right. So like in the mornings, we get up, I'm coming out of the hotel. Them 4 and 5 years old, they out there selling bunk cake, washing windshields. I'm like, what the fuck? You passed the boot factory on your way to the facility. 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, they in there working.
Damn.
By all means, and I'm like, and then when you walk to McDonald's, they gonna come up to you and beg for money. So these people wash their clothes in a tub and hang them hoes on the wire. We don't live in them times no more.
Right. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Now, you know what I'm saying? With you being over there, what's one thing that you can say you learned?
What did I learn by going to Mexico? It taught me that this world has so much to offer. There's so many different types of people. There's so much opportunity out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got from going to Mexico.
So
It's so many different type of other cultures we need to learn about and study and learn to appreciate people.
That's real. That's real for sure. Now, you know, you had a big name while throwing parties. You know what I'm saying? You made a big name for yourself throwing parties. How did you get into throwing parties?
Walk Like Jordan. When Walk Like Jordan took off, man, it was real confusing in Fort Worth because they thought it was my song. I was never on the song Walk Like Jordan. I was just Walk Like, I was, you know, that was me. Everybody know when that song came on at the ranch, oh, I was finna hit that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Because we was in the Dallas Boogie back, the movement back then. And I started getting calls from fucking every high school. They was contacting me. We gotta get Cadillac and Pee-wee to perform on our pep rally. That's how that song took off. Them high schools, them kids. Once them kids get a hold to a track and they start fucking with social media and all that, it's up. So, who was it? I think it was Eastern Hills that called. Man, we went to Eastern Hills. What I saw was crazy. Like, came out on the stage, kids just bum rushing. Crazy. Like I was a fucking superstar, celebrity. And right there in that moment, I was like, I need to do 13 parties. You know what I'm saying? These schools booking me and these pep rallies looking like this. Like I did some shit at Dunbar. I did Poly. I did Trimble Tech. We did team party, like they were booked, you know what I'm saying, to make appearances and shit like that. So I was like, I need to start doing team parties. And then voila, I threw my first party with Webby, Mr. Hit That Hoe, GS Boys, Boosie. We did it at the Guys and Daughters right there on 35.
Your first one you had all the people?
First event. I ain't gonna lie, some niggas put some money behind me,
yeah,
but
sure.
I put bread with it. And we had like 700 kids show up.
Dang,
but the party,
crazy, bro.
the thing of it is, the kids would have came with them artists or not. You know what I'm saying? I can't take shit from niggas like Boosie and Baby. You know what I'm saying? But all the high school kids they knew about who I was. They knew about the song Walk Like Jordan. So doing it all together, it was a big deal. When I did that first party, I was like, this my calling.
Damn, that's big.
This my calling.
Big.
Then I linked up with DJ Woods for the second party. R.I.P. DJ Woods.
Sure, R.P. Woods. Now, you know what I'm saying, you do parties, now you're in LA, you know what I'm saying, you're hosting clubs, 305 LA. How did you link up with 305 LA? What made you get into that?
Well, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. The team party thing took off to where I was able to cross over into 21
Okay.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Right.
That shit went bonkers. I ain't even gotta talk about it like that.
Right.
Club Chrome.
Damn.
the Music Factory.
Damn, he was part of the Music Factory as well?
When it opened, listen, when we did Music Factory, they couldn't get a soul in there. Arlington banned me. Arlington PD banned me from throwing parties in Arlington. That's how many people I was bringing out.
Damn. So it was getting too big. They said
it
we
was
can't.
too big. They said I couldn't throw no parties in Arlington. And then I had to go meet with the, what is the head policeman?
Like the chief?
The chief of police. And I had to show him who I was. I'm a college basketball player. I'm not this gang member,
Right,
monster
exactly.
that y'all making me out to be. I got the Music Factory. First night, 845 people. So, you know, I did the club shit. I had an 8-year run where I dominated it. You couldn't throw a party the same week as me.
Well, let me ask you this. So, what was your technique or tactic to get all these people to come to this party?
It's crazy because I created self-made entertainment. So everybody, when they would come out, the way I carried myself, the way I conducted myself, I'm an MC. They saw self-made. That shit was stamped and it was stuck in their head. But my strategy was I had all these people talking about my parties. I had all these people logins on Facebook, logins on Instagram, logins on Twitter. Literally, I'm talking about over 40 logins.
And they all promoted it.
They all promoted it.
Damn.
The flyer was all and then fuck social media. I hit them streets by myself. We was in the streets with them flyers in them parking lots at other nigga parties, running. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like get it in.
Well, let me ask you this, bro. So, in today's time, which one do you think would be more important to have control over? The internet or the streets?
You gotta have both. Which one is more important? You gotta have the streets.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you don't have the streets, you fucked.
Damn. Okay. I didn't expect that answer.
That's it. Listen, social media does its thing. Now, the new times we living in, we all know the internet has taken over.
Right.
But when the streets don't fuck with you, who gonna solidify your name? Who gonna vouch for you? You can listen. I can book Blue tomorrow, and Blue is a multi-million-dollar artist. Sell out everywhere he go. This Blue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if the streets don't fuck with Blue, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't gonna be nothing there.
If you ain't got the streets and they don't fuck with you, they not supporting Blue.
Right.
You can put that on the internet and it look like what it look like. It might even get 20,000 shares. But if you beefing with a nigga in the streets and he locked in with the streets, you know what I'm saying? And the streets don't, you gotta have the streets.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
You have to have the streets. Like, I'm gonna speak on this and I don't got shit to do with it, but look at Quando One Rondo. You know what I'm saying?
He got to do virtual shows now.
Yeah, like we just booked Lil Durk at 305.
How was that?
You know why that show didn't go down? Cause there's shit in the streets going on that them white folks is not about to deal with.
Right.
That shit got shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you don't have the streets, you fucked. Anybody believing in this new era shit, which is cool, it does its thing. But when the streets ain't rocking with you,
That's it.
that's it.
For sure.